All right, guys. So here are 5 signs that you're going to accomplish whatever you set out to do. 5 signs that you are going to make it in whatever you are doing. Because it's like, you know, before you actually do it, like your life is just unimpressive. There are no signs. Like people don't believe in you because sometimes people don't believe in stuff unless they touch it, unless they don't understand your vision. But these small signs here are going to show you that, you know what, I might be on the right path. You know what I mean? Maybe right now you have no views coming into your videos. You have no money coming into your account. You know what I'm saying? You have nobody complimenting you on what you're doing, and then like the thing is like people only wanna show you some love when they see something. But most of the times when you're first starting out, nobody believes in your dreams, nobody believes in your goals, your vision, nobody sees it. So but there's certain signs that are there that and that people who know that you're gonna make it, they can see those signs. You know what I mean? So here are 5 signs that you are going to make it. So sign number one is you keep going when there's no proof. You keep going even when there's no proof. That's a powerful sign right there. You keep going when there's no proof. And this is the biggest one right here, because it's like, it's easy to keep going when there's proof. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to do it when everything looks good. When money's coming into the bank, when everybody's complimenting you. It's easy. But when there's no proof, it's really hard to keep going. But you keep going even when there's no proof. This might be the biggest one. Anyone can believe in something when it's working. Like I said, when the views are coming in, when the money's coming in, when everybody's clapping for you, everybody is hearting your freaking post. Every post you make, there's like a whole bunch of comments, there's a whole bunch of likes, there's a whole bunch of shares. It's easy for you to keep going. But the hardest part is for you to keep going when there's none of that shit happening. That's the hardest part. And that's sign number one. You know what I mean? So when nobody is seeing the vision, it's hard. But you keep going anyways when there's no proof. But what you do is you just keep going. You know what I'm saying? You post the first video, 17 views. You start the business, nobody buys. You go to the gym, you still look the same. You start saving, your bank account still looks disrespectful and still looks the same. And somehow you just keep coming back tomorrow. You keep coming back. That's different. Most people need proof before they commit to something. But the people who eventually make it understand one thing. Commitment usually comes before proof. There's a period where you're going to feel stupid. There's a period where you're going to wonder if you're wasting your time. There's a period where everybody around you might look at you and be like, what the fuck is this person doing? And sometimes like you're going to look at people around you and they'll look more successful than you. And you're going to be looking stupid. You're going to be looking broke. You're going to be looking like you failed in life. But you keep going because you know what you're doing. Even when there's no proof, you keep going. So that's sign number one, okay? And that mentality is fucking dangerous, okay? I'm staying here long enough to find out what happens if I keep doing it. So you keep going when there's no proof. That mentality is freaking dangerous. So that was sign number one. Sign number two is failure doesn't embarrass you like it used to. Failure doesn't embarrass you like it used to. It doesn't embarrass you no more. You know what I mean? You're changing when failure stops feeling like a fucking funeral to you and starts feeling like it's just information. You know what I'm saying? You tried something, okay, it didn't work. So what? Cool. What did it teach me? That's what you gotta ask yourself. It didn't work, so what did it teach me? Okay, you launched the product. Nobody bought it. So what? You know what I mean? You know the offer needs work now because, okay, you tried it, it didn't work. Okay, now you have to tweak something. But at least that failure made you change something, made you learn something. Every failure, you learn from every failure. That's how you gotta look at it. You post a video, nobody clicks it. Maybe the thumbnail needs work. Maybe the title needs work. Maybe your fucking whole packaging needs work. So that's the thing. It's like you ask for the opportunity and they tell you no. You ask for the job, they tell you no. You apply to this place, the person, they don't reply back. They don't, choose you for that job. They choose somebody else. That's okay. That's just you survive rejection. You don't care about rejection because it teaches you what you need to do on the next spot. Moving forward, now you know what to do. Okay, now how do I apply to this? How do I do this and this? It always teaches you something. So don't look at it like failure. Look at it like information. You're getting information so that way you can better yourself the next go around. You know what I mean? Like you see people like you see people like the things like people protect their fucking ego. That's why they don't try. They protect their fucking ego. They would rather never try than try publicly and look stupid. They don't want to look stupid in front of people. But eventually you realize looking stupid is temporarily. Okay? It's just a freaking, like, it's just a moment. You're gonna look stupid, but you will learn from it. Mr. Beast made all these stupid videos. He made a video where he was saying PewDiePie for like I think 100,000 times, saying PewDiePie. He was making all these different videos about all these different YouTubers, stupid videos. He looked stupid. But those videos taught him something. It taught him the packaging, it taught him thumbnails, it taught him the packaging, it taught him what people clicked to watch. So all that information he was gathering with all those videos back in the days made him to where now he makes these big ass videos where, oh, I spent 24 hours in a grave, or all these different videos, because he learned from all the other videos he made. But if he did not make those videos, he wouldn't learn. So that's how you gotta look at it. You gotta be willing to look stupid before you look successful. Okay, sometimes, like I said in my other video, success requires you to look stupid first. So just be okay with looking stupid. You stop taking every loss personally. You start studying every loss. You start adjusting. You start coming back and still doing a damn thing. That's when failure becomes extremely useful, because now mistakes are just buying you information. Every mistake is fucking information. You spend money on Facebook ads. You don't get people to, you don't get leads, you don't get sales, but guess what? You just bought information. Now you know what to do in the freaking next ad. You know what to change in the next ad. That's how you gotta do it. Okay? And eventually you become hard to beat because you keep going. You keep fucking just coming and coming and coming because you're collecting information that's gonna better you for the next move that you're gonna make. So sign number 3 that you're gonna make it is, you're starting to outgrow your old self. Sign number 3. You are starting to outgrow your old self. Things that used to entertain you don't hit the same no more. Conversations you used to enjoy start feeling repetitive. You know what I mean? Like people keep talking about the same shit, same drama. Oh, what about this person? Oh, look at what this person, like they talk about people. Like they say, small minds discuss people. Big minds discuss ideas. So you start trying to, involve yourself in those freaking conversations that's just gossip and just talking about other people. And you start talking about ideas and growing yourself. That's how that's a sign that you actually are going to make it. That's a sign that you're actually going to make it. Because people always talk about freaking drama and, oh, what is this celebrity doing? Or what is like, so who gives a shit? That celebrity is not paying your bills. They ain't paying your bills, and they don't give a shit if you get evicted right now. Okay? Is Kanye West, you talk about Kanye West, so you talk about Lil Durk. Is Lil Durk gonna pay, is that fucking conversation gonna pay your fucking mortgage or your rent or your bills, utilities? No, it's not. So why wasting your time talking about other people when you can be using that time to build your life, to get better? You know what I mean? So you need to look at what you're doing. You need to look at all these conversations you're having with people and start cutting some of these people. So that's a sign that you are growing, that you're gonna make it when you stop involving yourself in these small-minded conversations. Okay, you start telling yourself, I cannot stay here forever. That doesn't mean you think you're better than anybody else. It just means your appetite is changing, guys. You start wanting more out of yourself, more discipline, more money, more freedom, more experiences, more control over your time. And sometimes that transition gets lonely because your old life still recognizes you. Your old friends still recognize you, but you don't completely recognize yourself anymore because you're changing. That uncomfortable feeling, guys, that's what it is. Sometimes that's not falling apart. That's you outgrowing the version of yourself that got you this far. And that version of yourself that got you this far is not going to get you where you want to be. So you have to change that version of yourself. And growth will almost always look, will always growth will require you to get rid of your old life. That's what it is. Sign number 4 is you've stopped waiting to feel ready. You've stopped waiting to feel ready. That's sign number 4 that you're gonna make it. You've stopped waiting to fucking feel ready. This is where a lot of people, they lose years. Like, I'm gonna start when I have more money, and then they keep going and going and procrastinating, and I'm gonna start when I learn a little bit more. I'm gonna start when life slows down. I'm gonna start when I get more confident. I'm gonna start when my kids get a little bit older. I'm gonna like that shit. You're not gonna do it. Eventually you realize something. Ready is fake. Being ready is fake. There's no such thing as I'm ready. Nobody knows exactly what they're doing in the freaking beginning. Most people don't know what they're doing in the beginning, but they do it anyway, because by doing it they learn a little bit of something, and then a little bit of something. They keep learning. So nobody knows what they're doing in the beginning. Like I said, I always give Mr. Beast examples because he's a perfect example. He's the biggest YouTuber. Okay, he wasn't ready to make the videos, but he made the videos. He didn't know what he was doing in the beginning, but he learned through those PewDiePie videos. You know what I'm saying? The entrepreneur with a successful company, they didn't have a customer, but they had to get the first customer. Alex Hormozy, he had to get his first customer, but now he's like big on YouTube, but he had to get his first customer. He had doubts about himself. He had doubts about himself and all these mental beliefs, but he overcame it, and now look where he's at. Okay, like I said, the YouTuber with millions of subscribers once uploaded a video that nobody watched. The person you admire once stood exactly where you're standing right now, looking at something they had never done before. The difference is they moved. They fucking moved. The movement must fucking move. That's my slogan. That's what I go by. You know what I mean? One thing, 1 year, the movement must fucking move. They moved. You know what I mean? Because flatline is death over here. So the movement must fucking move. You start realizing clarity doesn't always come before action. Sometimes action creates clarity. You take one step, then you see the next one, and then another one, and then another one. And one day you look behind and you realize you built an entire road just by you walking it. But you wouldn't have built that road if you didn't start walking. So the last sign right here, sign number 5 that you're gonna make it is you're willing to stay longer than most people. You are willing to stay longer than most people. This is one of the most powerful ones right here, because this is boring. That's exactly why it works. Everybody wants the breakthrough, guys. Almost nobody wants the boring Tuesday, okay? 6 months before the breakthrough. Nobody wants that. Everybody wants to go viral, but nobody wants to post the first 100 videos that get no views. Okay, everybody wants the successful business, but nobody wants to go through the period where they build the damn thing, where they have no customers, but everybody wants the successful business. Everybody wants the beach body, guys. Everybody wants to look sexy as shit. They want to look toned. They want to look all this like sexy as fuck. okay, everybody wants that body, but nobody, not everybody wants to go to the fucking gym. Not everybody wants to do the fucking sit-ups. Not everybody wants to do the fucking push-ups, the fucking pull-ups, all that. Not everybody wants to fucking run on the treadmill. Not everybody wants to go for a run or go for a walk in the park every fucking day. Nobody wants to do that. Oh, no, but all these fucking excuses. But they watch the bitch body. And then sometimes they wonder why men choose their friend who has that body and not them. Your friend is probably working out. Sometimes it might not even be the genes. It might just that she's focused and she's working on her body because she knows the type of man and the type of life she wants to live. So she's working out and she's doing all that. Even you guys, you got the, oh no, I'm 40 now, I got a dud body. They're fucking motherfuckers who are 50 that look ripped as shit. What the fuck is your excuse, bruh? What the fuck is your excuse, bruh? Like, you know, you have to be the person that says, I don't care how long this takes, I'm not leaving. You become fucking dangerous when you do that. Because most people, like most of your competition, they're going to lose. Okay? They're going to lose because they don't want to stay longer. Okay? And your competition is like, most of them ain't going to, like, most of them, they're not going to lose because they're less talented than you. They're going to lose because they quit. They fucking quit. They stop. They're fucking talented, but they just stop. There's a bunch of people that I know that are better fucking musicians than me, that are better rappers than me, but they keep postponing their fucking, they don't want to hit the studio, they keep working. I don't got time, man, you know, work. Find some fucking time, bro. You keep laughing at Soulja Boy or at these rappers and call them mambo rappers, but guess what? They getting that mambo bread, baby. They're laughing to the fucking, they mumbling to the fucking bank. And you stumbling to your fucking job. You stumbling to your fucking job. And all these YNs right now that are doing anything, you calling them, oh, he's a mumble rapper. Oh, I'm better than him. But he fucking moved. He put in work to fucking mumble rap his way to success. To mumble rap his way to 100K. Oh, I'm a better rapper than Moneybag Yo. But Moneybag Yo got a fucking big ass bag. What bag you got? So go in the studio and let us see what you got going. You don't want to go to the fucking, you don't want to do these things, but you want that life. You need to be able to fucking just lock in and go all in. It's not that they're talented than you guys. It's just that they didn't quit and you did. There are people who can sing way better than fucking Justin Bieber, than Michael Jackson, but they didn't go in the fucking studio. Okay? Some people who didn't make it, they just changed their directions. They got distracted. You know, they kept chasing these shiny objects. Oh, crypto. Oh, I'm gonna do crypto. Oh, forex trading. Oh, drop shipping. Oh, what is this NFT? Oh, like all these different fucking side hustles you wanna do. Just get one motherfucking thing and lock in on that bitch. Just lock in on that. You know, don't disappear. Lock in on that. And soon you're gonna be standing there like, yeah, I fucking did it. You know what I mean? So mistakes teach you, you know, what to do next. Yet, like, you keep learning, you keep improving, you keep building, you keep moving. Sometimes success isn't about being the smartest person in the room. Sometimes it's about being that one motherfucker that refuses to leave the fucking room. That's what I'm talking about here. That's what I'm talking about here. So guys, those were the 5 signs that you're going to make it. So if you see yourself in these signs, I'm not promising that everything you're doing is magically going to happen. That's bullshit, and I'm not about that bullshit. But I'll tell you this, guys. If, hold on here. Somebody was calling me and shit. Distractions. They calling me. Put my phone on silent, put my everything on silent, but they keep calling me. Anyways, I'm locked in here. Guys, I'll tell you this, guys. I'm not going to promise that you're going to make it, but I'll tell you this. If you can keep showing up without proof, learn from failures instead of running from them, outgrow the version of yourself that's holding you back. Move before you feel ready, and still stay in the game longer than most people, the odds are you are going to become successful. You are going to make it, because that's very different. That's very different, guys. Because making it isn't about one big moment. It ain't about overnight success, guys. It ain't about that. It's about thousands, about a bunch of thousands little things that you do that nobody sees before you make it. Okay? Until one day everybody sees the results. And then suddenly they start calling you lucky. And then they start saying, "Oh, I knew you was gonna make it, man. I knew you was gonna blow." No fucking you didn't, nigga. Pardon my N-word. You didn't. You didn't believe in me. But here you are now saying, "Oh, you're gonna be lucky." Nah, you didn't see that. So all these little fucking things that you do are signs that you're gonna make it. Okay? Like, you keep building before anybody else is watching. So that's what it is, guys. So if you see yourself in these signs, then you are definitely on your way to making it. All right, guys, that's the video for today. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you out in the next one.